Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call this public meeting of the Mayor and Council to order. At this time, I would ask everyone to please rise for a moment of silent prayer and/or reflection as we continue to think about the events that are unfolding in the Middle East. We are thinking about the families in our community and in our county who are being affected. Please salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please note the fire exits are behind you into the Borough Hall parking lot, and to my left, your right, into the main hallway. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and attend any meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with this act, the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Milford have caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Borough Hall, and notices have been sent to the record in the Ridgewood News. The mission of this governing body is to provide essential services through the establishment and implementation of public policy that will safeguard the infrastructure, provide fair, honest, courteous, and professional services, establish a sense of trust and accomplishment between all residents, and through research and prudent planning seek to minimize risk while improving our services. We are sensitive to the needs and satisfaction of our taxpayers, while realizing that this governing body cannot be all things to all people, within the revenue constraints imposed by state mandates, economic conditions, and prevailing attitudes about taxation. At this time, I would ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Councilwoman San Newton. Here. Councilwoman Saraki Hurley.
Present.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotsky.
Here.
Councilman Seymour.
Here.
Councilwoman Grant. Here. Mayor Petrino.
Here. Okay, under unfinished business, may I get a motion for approval of the minutes for the October 11th, 2023 work and closed session meetings?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, there's a few ordinances up for adoption tonight. And the first one is 2023:35. When the clerk has the opportunity, I would ask her to please read the ordinance.
Capital ordinance to appropriate the sum of $50,000 for the acquisition of a sport utility vehicle for the use of the police department in, by, and for the Borough of Milford in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, and providing that such sum so appropriated shall be raised from the Capital Improvement Fund of the Borough.
Okay, the purpose of this ordinance is to appropriate funding for the acquisition of a sports utility vehicle for the Milford Police Department from our Borough Capital Improvement Fund. At this time, I would ask for a motion to open up to the public for a public hearing on this ordinance.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any comments on this ordinance, now is the opportunity. Seeing that there's no member of the public that wishes to discuss this ordinance, may I get a motion to close the public?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading?
Motion.
Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman San Newton. Yes. Councilwoman Saraki Hurley.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotsky.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Next one on for tonight is 2023:36, and the clerk has the opportunity. I would ask you to please read the ordinance.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 2 of the Revised General Ordinances of the Borough of New Milford entitled Administration, thereby amending Section 2-19 entitled Police Department.
The purpose of this ordinance is to change the active period of the waiting list for promotions for the positions of Police Department Sergeant and Lieutenant from 2 years to 3 years. This was a recommendation by the Police Chief. It puts us in line with civil service departments, and no one currently will be affected by this change. May I get a motion to open to the public for a public hearing on this ordinance?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions about this ordinance, now is the opportunity. Seeing that there is no member of the public that wishes to discuss this ordinance, may I get a motion to close?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading?
Motion.
Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Samuelson.
Yes.
Councilman Starkey Hurley.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotzky.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
And the last one is 2023:37. And the clerk has the opportunity. I ask you to please read the ordinance.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 2 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of New Milford entitled Administration to repeal Section 2-54B entitled Restrictions on Awarding of Contracts to Certain Business Entities.
Okay, the purpose of this ordinance is to repeal Section 2-54B of our ordinance, which has been found to be inconsistent with the updated state version, which is 2023:30, Elections Transparency Act. May I get a motion to open to the public for a public hearing on this ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions regarding this ordinance, now would be your opportunity. Seeing that there is no member of the public that wishes to speak on this ordinance, I would ask for a motion to close to the public.
Motion to close. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading?
Motion to adopt. Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Samuelson.
Yes.
Councilman Starkey Hurley.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotzky.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Okay. Under new business, before we get to item number 1, I'm going to have to recuse myself from the conversation, being that I am directly related to one of the parties involved, so I'm going to pass the gavel to Council President, and I ask her to use it freely.
I'm sure you can have alone. Thank you, Mayor. I'm happy to host this portion of our meeting tonight. I think under new business, number 1, I will ask Ms. Lilly to come forward, as well as members of the Green Team, and Lisa, if you could want to shed a little light on this as well.
Sure. Come on up to the podium, y'all. Green Team and our Girl Scout candidate. And so I'm the liaison to the Green Team. The Green Team has been doing fabulous work, and they are very excited about bringing this recycling program. This is a community outreach program, and they have been doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work with the Sustainable Jersey certification, and I think you're going to enjoy the presentation. So I'm going to pass the microphone.
Good evening, everyone. So I'd like to start off by, we all recycle, right? We have our 1s and our 2s and our 5s. We know that that's what goes in the bin. And then there's all this other stuff, right? We have a bunch of it here. We've got bubble wrap and the thing that goes around, the toilet paper and you know, the Brussels sprout and the bread. And all of this stuff just goes in the trash, right? And that's 400 years floating around on this planet. Sometimes stuck up in our trees, sometimes ending up in the waterways, sometimes killing a turtle, you know, all of that stuff. Well, we have a wonderful citizen who brought to us, Michelle, she brought us this lovely program about Trex. And what they do, Trex is a company that takes all of these things and turns them into benches and porches and fences. And they do all of this, and then you have something usable out of this material that would have just sat and rotted for 400 years. So we would like to start a pilot program of having a recycling program here of Trex. Trex goes to communities and partners with us, and they give us 3 or as many as we want, really, bins to put them in, to put all of these plastic things in. And we, as a team, would like to gather the plastic from the community and take it to Trex and have it recycled. And if we get 1,000 pounds within 9 months, up to a year, but within 9 months, we get a bench for the community from Trex. So we're excited about that as well. So, and we're hoping this could become an annual thing, but we really want to get the kinks out and everything. So, our goal is to at least put one at the DPW, one at the library, and one at the high school. And I'm going to let Lily, who we are going to be partnering with, talk about all of that part, because she's going to be doing a heck of a lot of awesome stuff with it. So I'm going to turn this over to Lily first.
Before you turn it over, can I just ask, I'm really sorry, I don't know your name.
I'm Jen, sorry. I apologize, I didn't introduce myself. Yes, I'm Jen.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Lily.
Hi, Lily.
This is Lily Petrino, who is going to propose to us your Gold Award project. Is that correct?
So as a Gold Award candidate, I'm working with the Green Team with part of the community outreach and education portion of this project. So as Jen had said, we want the New Milford High School to be a potential drop-off location for one of the bins. And I would like to host a block session there, which is when we have a flexible schedule, and I could host a session there to inform a younger audience about the importance of recycling and sustainability. And I would work with the Environmental Club at the high school to do so. And the Environmental Club also presents at the elementary schools around Earth Day, which would be a good opportunity to extend the educational program to an even younger audience to teach about sustainability. Another outreach opportunity would be a presentation at the Senior Center. And for any local businesses that participate in the Trex program, I would be able to have instructions and demonstrations for them to educate them on how to properly recycle and partake in this program. And then lastly, informational handouts and infographics would be provided at different town events such as the Environmental Resource Inventory or Night Out, and QR code versions of these could be on the collection calendars or in the new homeowner bags to inform the residents about this project.
Sounds wonderful.
Sounds great.
And Lily, if I may ask, would this be a continuing program after you complete your goal? Would this program be able to continue on?
Yeah, the hope is that the Trex program would be able to continue on in Milford, and the educational portions will be able to allow people to create sustainable habits to keep it going.
Well, I think I'd speak for the whole council and maybe the mayor that we think that's pretty great what you're about to do in consort with the Green Team. So thank you very much in advance. So go get it.
I have a question. I want to first compliment you on your project and also compliment you on this handout. It's extremely well organized and well written, and I don't see a lot of documents that are this well written. So congratulations. And I look forward to seeing this project develop. And if you want a bin at the library, I would suggest you talk with the library director about where it might be placed, and I can help you with that if you need it.
Does this include styrofoam also?
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, that's not something else on that.
So I just want to finish up by saying that we're going to help take 1,000 pounds at least out of the regular garbage, hopefully more. And we're going to have collected volunteer hours from all of the Green Team doing all of this that we can use towards grants in the future. We're hopefully going to get Lily a Golden Girl Scout Award. So so we have that, as well as also teaching the community about other alternative recycling opportunities. And a bench. So we have all of these wonderful things, and so we're really excited about this program, and I hope that we get you excited with us and get your okay. And are there any questions?
I'm assuming it has some significance for the certification for
Yes,
sustainable Jersey.
yes.
So, council members, at this time, I would like to entertain a motion to authorize Lily Petrino and the Green Team together to embark on this project.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I just want to add as a point of reference for everyone that this is a community volunteer project because these are items that are specifically not allowed into our recycling program currently. So this is also community participation. So people will be bringing their items to the drop-off location. I just wanted to make sure people didn't think that the Green Team was coming to their doors to do the collection. So the community would have the drop-off locations, yeah.
Thank you. Can I ask a question? Lily, are you going to be able to make a couple of copies? I can drop this off at the senior center. Thank you.
Thank you. You are,
You guys.
congratulations. Well done.
At this point, I will turn the next meeting back over to Mayor Fisher.
Thank you. Understand me good?
That's part.
Item number 2 under new business is, did you guys want a minute to leave? You guys hanging for the meeting or you want a minute to leave?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
We'll take a 1-minute recess. Good night.
I know you
Have a great night.
River and styrofoam. I think it's River that collects styrofoam. Really? Anybody do it?
No, they had a collection day. So there's a partnership with the county. There's a styrofoam recycling location, but just like the paper shredding, they're doing collection days around the county. I have to get more information from that. But I can't remember which municipality. It was announced in the end of September.
I heard that, but I can't remember where.
Okay. Item number 2 is best practices inventory administration.
Thank you, Mayor. It's that time of year again. The fall brings with it the best practices inventory, which is issued annually by the Division of Local Government Services and assesses each municipality's compliance with various laws and evaluates the implementation of fiscal and operational best practices. Inventory also identifies areas where municipalities may require further technical assistance with an unscored survey section that solicits information on a variety of topics. It gets bigger every year. This year's inventory included new and repeat questions on topics including ethics, personnel, budget, transparency, cybersecurity, and procurement. There was a total of 67 questions among 3 scoring categories: core competencies, best practices, and unscored survey questions. A minimum score of 29 out of 42 points was required to receive the borough's full allotment of state aid. The borough scored 41 points, losing a half point each on one question about having an EV charging station on municipal property. So hopefully that's something we can rectify in the future. And a question about a formal policy to purchase hybrid vehicles, which we don't have a formal policy about purchasing hybrid vehicles. The chief financial officer, the chief administrative officer, and the municipal clerk must all certify the inventory, and the borough clerk must also certify that the inventory and the results were or will be discussed at a public meeting and referenced in the meeting minutes. The borough's best practices inventory was submitted on October 13th in advance of the 11/3 deadline. And that is my report on the best practices.
Good job.
That's great. I want to thank all of our employees, our volunteers, our professionals, everyone who helps make that happen.
That may be one of the best years we've had, 41 out
I
of
think
42.
it is really good year.
I mean, we've always done well,
We
but
always
this
do well, yes.
seems
It's
to be
usually,
unusually.
yes.
Oh, let's do a perfect score next year.
Yeah, maybe.
Item number 3 is scheduled updates. So Thursday, October 26th, this is a third time's the charm for the New Milford Lantern Tour and Storytelling event, sponsored by the New Milford Historic Preservation Commission. It will start at 7 p.m. We'll be at the French Huguenot Cemetery. For more information, you can go to the Borough website. The Lantern Tour starts at 7, and there'll be spooky stories and Bergen County history mysteries. On Sunday, October 29th, there will be a fundraising event for the Darren Drake Foundation. It will take place at Tommy Fox's in Bergenfield, and that will be from 1 to 4 p.m. Saturday, November 11th, is our annual Veterans Day service, sponsored by the New Milford Public Events Committee. The time is at 11 a.m. It'll be on the front lawn of the Borough Hall. For more information, you can go to our website, and I believe the banner is also up across the road there. On Saturday, December 2nd, Santa visits in a helicopter, sponsored by the New Milford Police Department and the New Milford Public School District. I don't have the exact time on it yet, but it will take place once again at the New Milford High School football field. For more information, you can go to the police department. We'll have it on the Facebook page once they start announcing it. On Sunday, December 3rd, will be New Milford's annual holiday tree lighting, sponsored by the New Milford Public Events Committee. The time will be 6 p.m. at the New Milford Borough Hall front lawn. We will have information on our website. There will also be a banner for that. On Thursday, December 7th, will be New Milford's annual menorah lighting. It is also sponsored by the New Milford Public Events Committee. I believe that will also be at 6 p.m., also in the front of the Borough Hall. We will have information when the time comes on our website. On Tuesday, January 16th, 2024, will be the Environmental Resource Inventory Celebration. Right? I have that right? Okay.
Correct.
Sponsored by the New Milford Environmental and Energy Commission. It will be at 7 p.m. and it will take place at the New Milford VFW, Madison Ave. And I guess when the time comes, we'll have information on our website about it as we get a little closer. Was there any borough events that I missed?
Yes, 11/4. 11/4 is, we're having paper shredding.
I've been waiting for that.
11/4 paper shredding. I believe it takes place in the swim club parking lot.
Yep, 9 to
9 to 11?
Something like that. Not sure.
Yep.
Mayor, do you know when the mobile motor vehicle commission van will be coming back?
No, they haven't given us a
I haven't gotten confirmation, but they had tentatively talked to us about coming, I believe, November 9th. But it's not confirmed.
Yeah.
And once it is, they will send out the links for us to post for people to sign up.
Thank you.
Administrative report.
Thank you, Mayor. Number 1, the general election will be held on Tuesday, November 7th, and polls will be open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. There's a resolution on tonight's agenda to authorize support and participation in Revolution New Jersey. Revolution New Jersey is New Jersey's official organization charged with planning and promoting the state's commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution, which will be celebrated in 2026. On October 16th, the borough received an inquiry from the borough of River Edge about the possibility of using the New Milford Senior Center as part of a shared service between the boroughs. River Edge does not have a dedicated senior center and has been leasing space on Mondays between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. I explained that New Milford is not able to accommodate the requests as the senior center is in full use Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. The engineering update, we're in the process of preparing the resolution for the milling and paving of sections of Steuben, Clinton, Linwood, and Roosevelt Avenues. The estimate has been provided to Millennium, and they are preparing a DOT local area infrastructure grant application with that information. The NJ DOT Boulevard graphic traffic signal, there's no change on this project. The equipment delivery delays pushed the installation of the traffic light back to the spring of 2024. Prospect Park basketball court lighting, the installation is on schedule for November. The Prospect Park playground, the mulch and playground equipment have been delivered, and playground equipment is not delivered here, it's to the installer, and we're in the process of scheduling the installation. Breakout Road resurfacing, which is a community development project from River to Pacific, the resurfacing has been completed, and the engineer is working with the contractor to complete the punch list items. The DOT Main Street Streetscape project, surveying for this project is underway, and the design is scheduled to be completed by the end of the year, with construction anticipated for spring 2024. The county ADA ramp design, this is for the county roads that are scheduled to be paved in 2024. The engineers completed the ramp designs and they've been submitted to Bergen County. And last on my report is that the next meeting of the Mayor and Council is scheduled for 3 weeks from tonight, Monday, November 13th. And that's it for me. Thank you, Mayor.
13th was finance.
Yes.
River Edge, maybe they should reach out to the YMCA. And then the availability there.
Yeah.
2 hours. Has everyone had a chance to look at the resolutions? Are there any that need to be pulled for further discussion and or vote? May I get a motion to file committee reports with the Borough Clerk to be spread in full upon the minutes?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, you want to go around real quick? We're going to start with Council President Duncan. Would you like to start us off tonight?
Thank you, Mayor. I would love to. Okay, so the fire department obviously has been busy this month, as other months, not so much with the fire emergencies as it has been a lot of membership and training and fundraising. They shared a fundraising event yesterday at the old ShopRite parking lot. It was a lovely afternoon, a little windy and chilly, but a number of people were there, so that was good. And they completed the Fire Awareness Day that was held the week before over at Wells Fargo parking lot area. Their report from September, I'll just do quickly. Mutual aid, 2 CO detectors, 4 alarm malfunctions, 7 accidental fire alarms, 7 smoke conditions, 1 structure fire, 1 natural gas odors, 6 arcing electrical, 1 brush fire, 1 motor vehicle fire, and 1 and motor vehicle crash, 1. In total, there were 442 man hours. I guess that's a yearly number. Health department has been very busy with giving out the flu shots. On October 2nd, at the Senior Center, 30 shots were given. And this year there were also borough employees had a clinic and 14 shots were given there. Our Bergen Regional, thank you, Milford Consortium has been following the uptick in COVID cases, and as of right now, our section of New Jersey is not what they would call, on emergency situation, but just beware, keep your eyes on all the reports. And as far as the registrar, the health department has been very busy this last month, so they, let's see, third quarter numbers. 9 marriage licenses, 9 marriage transcripts, 82 death certificates. Now, that's not deaths, that's the certificates ordered by 16 dog licenses and also 4 health food licenses. So all these departments keeping busy. Just a shout out to the DPW for purchasing for the beautification. Our budget allowed for the purchase of the corn stalks, and DPW has been great again this year by installing them, and our committee has been hanging up the votes. So thanks to everybody there. That's my report.
Is there any questions for Council President? Thank you. Councilwoman Grant.
Thank you, Mayor. I just recalled an event that I forgot to mention to you for your comments.
It's a library event, right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
at the library, yes.
Okay.
It's the All Seasons Chamber Players. They come and they give a concert annually. It's free to the public. It's Sunday, November 5th, 2 p.m., and it is sponsored by the Friends of the Library. There's no charge, and refreshments will be served. The library trustees met last week and discussed the issue of fines. Before the pandemic, a number of libraries decided not to charge fines, and Milford stopped as well. And the issue came up again because a number of libraries are now reinstituting fines. And we had a lengthy discussion about this, the pros and the cons of requiring people to pay fines for overdue books and other materials. And the Board of Trustees decided that the cons outweighed the pros, and therefore the library will not be charging fines and will not start that program again. And so we encourage, of course, people to return their materials on time or as close to on time as possible, but you will not be charged a fine. You will be charged at a certain point if the book is not returned. You will be charged for the book, which makes a lot of sense. But other than that, you will not have a daily fine for the book.
Any questions for Councilwoman Grant? If not, we're going to move on to Councilman Grassley.
Thank you, Mayor. Last Saturday, in spite of the weather, the police department had coffee with a cop from, I think, 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning at New Milford Deli, and there was actually a lot of traffic. But so it was very successful. Also, I'm pleased to announce that tonight we have 2 resolutions where we're going to be hiring 2 replacements for the police department. So we're moving along there and keeping our police department fully staffed. Thank you. That's it.
Any questions for Councilman Grotzky? If not, we're going to move on to Councilwoman Sanders.
Thank you, Mayor. So first, I'd like to thank the mayor and council and the borough for the support of the Green Team's Trex Community Outreach Project. Really appreciate everyone's support with all of the Sustainable Jersey and all the initiatives and the hard work that the Green Team does. And additionally, you'll see on a resolution on tonight's agenda as well, the Green Team is applying for another grant to continue with the energy tracking program. So this is one of their primary initiatives that they started when they began in 2020, and it is one of the priority actions. So this keeps New Milford on the map. We're one of the few municipalities in Bergen County doing the energy tracking in the on the municipal track. So I thought you'd appreciate that. The Environmental Commission had Clean Communities Day in a light rain. They got it in under, they got it in. And it's been a crazy month with the weather on weekends, beautiful during the week, and right? So they had a great cleanup, thanks to the DPW for all their help. We had tents we were able to put up to keep everybody dry. The high school, New Milford High School Environmental Club participated, and they additionally did a cleanup at New Milford High School and contributed an additional 8 bags from the high school. Yeah, so Clean Communities Day is always a good success, fun times, and it was very interesting to note there were far less plastic bags in the collection. So we are actually, New Milford is doing really well with cleanliness. We're actually picking up less litter from my unscientific observations. Yes.
Great. Good. Any questions for Councilman Seymour? If not, we'll go to Councilman Seymour.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to, again, I feel this way every year, say how moved I was yesterday at the 50th annual Atom event. It's such an important event to, recognition of those recovering from addiction. And each year I believe it gets better and better. And I'm very impressed with the work that Municipal Alliance does, the Student Free Committee does, that Joe Lunam does, Michelle Roth, everybody works so hard to put it together. So I thought it was a wonderful event yesterday and very, very impactful. And I also just want to compliment our recreation department for, I think this year, even more so than many years, facing even more challenges with the weather, to schedule soccer on weekends when we've had, I think, close to 11 or maybe 12 weekends in a row of rain. And they've done a real remarkable job of getting in the season this year. So I just want to compliment them. That's it.
That's it. They had a wonderful pumpkin patch.
They did. Extraordinary.
I'm standing there, I'm like, no one's going to come. And all of a sudden, 100 kids came. It was awesome. It was pretty cool. Councilwoman Siraki Curley.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of things. One is in regards to the cemetery tour. You don't have to register. You can go in when you arrive. There will be a $10 fee, and there'll be three, as the mayor said, 3 stories from a 1912, 1913 paper on mysteries in Berkeley County, as I've said before. I just want to say, Oily Oliver. And one other thing, I just wanted to thank the beautification, because I always like to keep our town up to date on the holiday seasons. We're starting the season, we're starting Halloween or fall, and it looks fallish. Thank you. Thank you, DPW as well.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll just update on Historic Newbridge Landing. They are continuing to fundraise, and they are finalizing the plans for the new barn museum that they'll be adding to the site. I believe by next month, the county will be replacing the roof on the Campbell Christie House. Everyone remembers the Campbell Christie House is a Milford House, kind of where the Welsh Farms is. It was on that corner. So we're excited that that is finally getting done. And Newbridge Landing is already involved in the Revolution, New Jersey. Obviously, for obvious reasons, there will be some events in that area throughout that year. So New Milford will automatically be involved in it. So it's going to be pretty cool. So they've been working on this for a while.
And just to say, you need to keep up with that revolution. If you watch Outlander, of real history,
I like to turn. Maybe that name's the turn. Washington Spider. Okay. It's time. Okay, a motion over to the vote.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, anyone has anything they'd like to say? Oh, okay. I thought you were coming up. Answers is a T. Can I get a motion to close to the public?
Motion.
Take a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to go into closed session? No, I'm sorry.
Consent.
May I get a motion to consent on resolutions 2023:231 to 2023:241? Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to convene into closed session?
Motion.
Ladies and gentlemen who are watching, we are going to be going into closed session. At the end of closed session, we will open the meeting, we will take no action, and immediately adjourn. So we wish you a good night, happy Halloween, and
Stay safe, stay healthy.
it's going to be a dry Saturday.
Yes.
It's fine.